Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Nerdarchy Ryan, and today I'm joined by
Eric Steve.
Ted. Nathan Nerdark.
And today we visit Monster Island. Worst vacation ever.
Hey guys, jump down to the description below where you can sign up for Nerdarchy, the newsletter. It's a great way to get gaming tips as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy. So this is another hooked on adventure / figure it out.
Yeah, so this is going to be one of our movie plots turned Dungeons and Dragons adventures.
Oh, and stick around because we're going to do a freaking contest and it's going to be amazing. Tremendous. So at the end of the video, we are going to be announcing what we're going to give away. So in order to win the giveaway, all you have to do is like, subscribe, share this video, and comment with what movie you think we're talking about at the end. And then when we do our weekly quests and adventure number 5, we'll pick one of the commenters and they will win the prize.
Yep, we'll be randomly selected.
Fun.
So there's a sage who happens to be an expert.
He's maybe aberrations or just other beasties sort of thing. Monstrosities and beasts. Maybe he's the head of like a wizard's college, so this sort of exotic enclave.
Yeah, like a conclave of...
a conclave that's on this remote island, I would say. Away from civilization a bit.
Yeah, he's been probably banned from certain kingdoms, I would think, just because crazy stuff.
Yeah, but so...
Or for safety purposes.
Yeah, so he's got this idea of having this menagerie of strange creatures that eventually, like nobles and other such, the people that are moneyed, could come to see and sort of explore and kind of get a taste of the adventurer's life without having all the danger sort of inscribed. So he either a sage is invited to come and the adventuring party can accompany them, or maybe members of the party are experts in certain fields that he thinks would be good to have. Like they could check sort of the safety and security, maybe for rogues or warriors. They could like look for weak points in the system, and that's how he gets them there.
Help with security.
Yeah, exactly.
Those kind of things.
Or maybe even like a knowledgeable ranger that's, very skilled in the wilderness and tracking and hunting different kinds of monsters even.
Yeah, a big game hunter sort of situation.
So they get there. These guys, this enclave of wizards has this thing going on for a while. They use a lot of ritual magics and pulling their arcane might in order to bring forth and create these monstrosities.
Yeah, they might even have ritualized like glyphs and wards to keep sort of extra security measures. Like they would have mundane things like bars and cages and stuff.
Oh, but
they would have like glyphs and stuff.
And the concept is, as you said, the nobles want to go and view it, and that there's necessary security. Yeah. But whenever you have this type of situation, there's always going to be rivals. There's always people who are willing to spend gold to get the information that this guy knows.
Yeah, maybe a rival group of wizards wants to open their own thing, or maybe just use these creatures for nefarious purposes. So we have an idea that maybe someone who works for the Enclave is leaned upon, bribed to bring a ritual book or something like that out to this other party, this other nefarious group, and so in doing so, they disable some of the glyphs because maybe there's surveillance or alarm spells or something like that's going to give away that they did something that they weren't supposed to do.
Yeah, he wants to do this very covert and clandestinely and not want to get caught.
Right, exactly.
Well, probably a level of the security to this place, which is probably on an island to add another layer of security, is like almost like a locking in mechanism. Once they go in, the perimeter wards are set up so this way. It's an extra precaution to keep any of the monsters from getting out, as well as unwanted people coming in as well. So they have tight security all the way around. Yeah. In order to bypass that, he's going to have to shut it down.
Yeah, and maybe there's like ward or glyph crystals or something that he can remove or break some sort of wards that allows him to kind of, everything is sequenced together and it kind of weakens the whole system. Well, when he does that, unfortunately, the cages are weakened, and some of these monstrosities start to get out, and now the party's got to contend with all this stuff. They're probably more than likely, by this point, going to look to just escape the island.
Yeah, survive and get out of there.
And fight their way, fight a retreat to get the hell off this island, because things are just going to go from bad to worse.
So it'd be great to be able to use some chase sequences, some times where you have things that are beyond the party's capability to actually fight. So running away might actually be the only option.
Yeah.
And then also you could have certain areas where some of the wards are still up, so it creates these interesting
Safety
obstacles.
zones, yeah.
Well, I wasn't thinking. I was thinking actually they're just as effective against the players
Yeah.
as they are the monsters. So it could create either an obstacle or maybe something to be used against the monsters, like lure them in and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. I could even see too, like just like little scenes of comic relief. Like you could have a thing where there's a visiting barrister, among other things, to like make sure things are good with the local laws and authorities in the region. But so he goes and hides in an outhouse, and a big monster just comes and like chomps him away. So
Yeah, he's bite size.
yeah, the barrister gets down in an outhouse.
Well, that could even be like the foreshadowing, like one of the early things that happens.
Yeah.
You know, and one of the first things the players know is, hey, this guy that's kind of like been a pain in our ass has vanished and he's not around anymore.
Or even
happened to
or
him?
they see it happen. Yeah.
Or they could see it happen.
Yeah.
And be like, oh no, it's time to leave.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're up to it, this would be a perfect place to throw in a Tarrasque as like the big sort of like impact monster that the party absolutely wants to get away with.
Yeah,
Because you could do this thing where they're not ready to handle it.
And they just have to run away or be consumed.
That could definitely be your centerpiece monster, and it would be really cool to have it like tearing into the other monsters, like maybe it munches on a bullet like it's nothing, or even murders a dragon and rips its head off.
Yeah, I don't know about dragon, but other
I think
big.
I think you'd want to stick to monsters that don't have quite the intelligence level of dragons.
Yes, but it's a young dragon. Sometimes people play with things they shouldn't.
That's true.
It would be really great to see a dragon head go flying by the party.
That would be great.
Yeah, as you see the decapitated body and the Tarrasque is like standing over.
I mean, you could have like in a lake, like a smaller sized version of a dragon turtle, and like you could see that getting flung by.
Was that a dragon turtle or a gamera? I don't know.
Yeah, the shell's just rolling by.
Yeah.
But it's gotta be something impressive to really like drive
yeah.
home.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like my players, they would try and fight it.
Yeah.
Like Tarrasque.
They would still try to fight it.
Yeah,
Probably.
like I would probably have to have a Tarrasque rip the head off a Tarrasque and throw that for them to maybe think about not fighting it.
Tarrasque cage
My
match.
Gobblos would be like, can we get a rope on an arrow and shoot the arrow at its head so we can climb it?
So you could have these scenes where like this wizard like describes how he found the claw of a Tarrasque and through this ritual has figured out how to resurrect it. Or I mean, it could either be through ritualized magic that the Enclave did it, or maybe that one he actually burned a wish spell to make it happen if you wanted to make him that powerful. And the reason why he's not really capable of intervening is he's dealing with the repercussions of having recently cast a wish spell.
The wish spell is nasty if you don't use it. If you use it for anything besides
Very
a
specific.
spell.
Yeah.
And because it's a plot mechanism, you don't have to go with right out of the book for the wish spell. You could have it have a worse effect. Like you can make whatever up. It doesn't really matter. You know, maybe the wish went wrong. It did what he wanted to do, but it also zapped his life force or energy to do it. So that's why he's not actually useful for the rest of this adventure.
Yeah, you need those plot mechanisms to say, why doesn't this powerful NPC just resolve the issue for us? So it's either a conclave of not fantastic wizards, but their combined strength did something, or you have a way of really nerfing the spellcasting capability of this wizard.
Now with the Enclave, the fun part is like you can eat half of them before everyone knows what's going on, so that can like be part of the story.
Dave knew where I was going.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it's always great to have NPCs die alongside the party to kind of show the horror level or the danger level of what you have planned.
I was just thinking of Deadpool when he spells out Francis. Because you said bodies alongside the PCs.
That's true.
Yeah, let's show off what we're going to give away as we discuss.
Since you said a Tarrasque, we can give away a Tarrasque Park T-shirt.
Yeah, this is one of our shirts. We have our own spread shirt, so we'll give one of that away to a lucky viewer who does the liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing thing. So
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, so maybe this park could be called Tarrasque Park. If you wanted to go with that, or you could skew it so it could be big monsters, or you can make it all aberrations if you wanted to have another theme.
Let us know what you think in the comments below. Why you gotta like, share, and subscribe.
You can check us out over on nerdarchy.com.
While you're there, you can visit the sweet swag at the store.
You can also find us on Facebook.
So until next time,
Stay nerdy.